Hey Team DSF, this is your girl Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette, and I have a guest with me, Mr. Lance Stevens, CEO of Hakatre Health and Fitness. First, I want to apologize for the delay. We were actually finishing up an opportunity meeting with a prospect, and they had some questions. So, priorities, we definitely wanted to make sure that we finished that on a good note and got her the information that she needed. So, once again, I apologize for the lateness. But now that we're here, welcome. And this week we are going to discuss event planning tips, okay? So what I want to cover with that is, how do you plan events for your business? How do you plan events for your team when you start building a team of business partners? And how do you promote the events? And how do you promote it to your fellow business partners as well as to your prospects who you're trying to get the information about your business opportunity to? So the first thing I'm going to go over is how and when should you plan your events, okay? So I like to plan my events in advance on a monthly basis. The reason why is it organizes everything. I do have a team of business partners, and I like to collaborate with them to make sure we're not doing events on the same day if we can help it. If we're geographically in the same region, we try to stagger our events so that we can support each other and provide more options. The reason why is this: we have prospects who may be in different cities, or they may want to see a presentation from a particular business partner that's different from someone else. So if they've already been to one of my events and I'm presenting, you might want to promote another event for them to see a different presenter, because they might connect with that person better. They might explain the information in a different way that resonates better with that prospect. Also, I like to collaborate with my other business partners and my team members. Most of the time, I'm hosting an event and somebody's presenting for me, but I might present for Lance, and I want to make sure that I'm available for him if he needs me, so that people can get the information from me and vice versa. So what you should do is, when you're setting your business hours, set time aside at the end of the month to think about what you're going to do for the next month. So we're about to go into November. Now, the different types of events we do home meetings, we do larger meetings, we do training events, we do launch calls, quick 5-10 minute phone calls, we do our regular 3-way phone calls, etc. And I do my weekly training. So collaborate with your team, find out, okay, how many home meetings are you gonna host next month in November? How many home meetings? Okay, say you're doing 2 meetings a month. What days are those meetings? Then you will plan out the calendar and say, okay, well, this person is doing meetings every other Sunday, and then another person's doing meetings every other Monday. Okay, now I can plan my schedule and say, do you need me to present for you? What location are you going to have? Do you need me to work on a flyer, etc.? You can kind of get the whole picture when your team is coming together. And then for the person who is not hosting that meeting and they're not presenting at that meeting, now they can plan and say, okay, I'm going to show up to that event as a support business partner. Because once again, sometimes you'll have the host and you'll have the presenter and they'll do their presentation and they may not connect well with the prospect. So if that's the case, if you are a support distributor that's at that event, then they can come and they can give extra feedback or give their perspective on how the business is going for them. And that might actually help the prospect make a good decision. So you want to have those support people there. So you give the prospects different people and different experiences they can have, so they can relate to that person and decide whether or not this is good for them. Okay. Now, another thing that I want to mention is promoting the events. Okay. I like to use social media. I use Facebook, I use Instagram, and we always create flyers. Now, as a professional in this business, you'll see a lot of people in network marketing are doing social media promotions. This is good for your prospects who, maybe they're not answering the phone, or maybe they're not responding to your text or whatever. If you put something on Facebook, you can go and you can use their ad system. You can create a pretty flyer. It'll send them reminders if they've RSVP'd on Facebook, and they'll know, okay, yeah, I did say I was going to go to this meeting. This is the location, this is the time, etc., etc. It kind of does the work for you, okay? It also makes you look more legit, okay? A lot of people don't understand what network marketing is. Some of them might not take you seriously as a business owner, okay? But if you look at what regular businesses are doing. They have a social media presence. They have an actual business page on Facebook. They put their events on Facebook sometimes, So maybe you can use that as a way to promote it. You can share it. You can, you can target people in the local area, wherever your event is, if it's a home meeting, and that's how you find cold prospects, That's just one of the ways. Another way, like I said, is the old school way. If you want to make flyers and pass them out to people, you can. But at the end of the day, what I will say is this. No matter which way you do it, via social media, Instagram, or your website or whatever, nothing beats a one-on-one direct invite to your prospect. Always remember, all of these technologies that we have are great ways to assist you in building your business, but nothing replaces that one-on-one interaction with your prospect. You should always invite your prospect to your upcoming meeting, either via a phone call, okay, in person, or at the minimum a text, if they're not answering the phone. Make it personal to them. Then you can use these tools and social media or other types of ways to promote as a follow-up, okay? Don't just send people and invite them to your home meeting and then expect them to come. You have to make it personal for them. You have to sometimes give a little background on what it is that this thing is. Because if they have not yet been third-partied in the CTE process, if you've been through my training, you know what that is. If they don't know what it is that you're doing, you sending them an invite on Facebook to your home meeting is probably going to confuse them, and they're probably not going to RSVP. And if they do RSVP, it's probably just to be nice, but they're not going to show up. So don't think that, I created a Facebook event or I posted it on Instagram and 50 people RSVP'd and then none of them show up. It's probably because they don't really know what it is, or you didn't make it personal for them or give them a reason to want to get up out of their house, out of their bed, and drive to your meeting. Which leads me to another point. Use the event cycle, okay? So in our industry, we have different ways, like I said, different types of events. We have a phone call, a three-way phone call, which is personal between you, them, and a third party. We have a launch call, which is a quick call that we bring a whole bunch of prospects together and just give them a quick overview of what's going on from a third party and then get off the phone. We have home meetings. We have hotel meetings that are bigger. We have training events, etc. If people aren't responding to your home meeting or they're not showing up, maybe you need to start them off with something smaller, like a phone call. And if they don't want to commit to a 45-minute three-way phone call, maybe you should just put them on a launch call. Hey, I know your time is limited. I know you're busy. I'm busy too. Why don't you just get on the phone with them, tell them, hey, it's a quick 5 to 10 minute call. You don't have to say anything. All you have to do is dial in and listen. And then once they get their information, they might decide, wow, this is something I'm interested in. Now it's higher up on their priority list. So then maybe they'll be more likely to get on a three-way phone call for 45 minutes or go to a one-on-one meeting with you and a third party at Starbucks or a home meeting or whatever. Sometimes you just got to go through that cycle and find out what works best for them. So I'm going to stop right there real quick and see, Lance, do you want to add something to that?
Yeah, it's definitely the component of getting people to be interested in coming to the events, even if it is a phone call. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you definitely want to make it a little more personal, and just, sometimes you may not have enough time to go into the why, your why, or the company information and the products and everything. So really, you just want to touch base with them as much as possible. Give them the reason to be interested to come to the events. It really doesn't take that much time to get started, and then you can do follow-ups and they can come to a home meeting or something larger or a larger event. But just keep that connection and make it personal. Just make it about them, because it really is about them. It's not about us. It's about them, getting them the information. Once they get to that point where they're going to get some time to see what this really is about, chances are they're going to want to become a part of it. So keep it personal, make it about them, and that's pretty much it on that.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a good point, because we don't want to spill all the information in the invite. Right? Like I said, if you follow the training and you know what the CTE is, Connect Tool Event, when you're connecting with somebody, you're connecting. That's not your place to be the third party. That's what your third party is for. You don't tell them everything about your business opportunity. You want to get them interested enough to commit to a tool. Get them to step 2. And then get them to third party, which is the event that we're talking about. So let them know, like he said, that you care about them. And the reason why you're sharing this information with them is because you care about them. And they said something, or they are a person that you feel would be great for this business opportunity, and you really want them to learn more. So then you share the event with them and say, hey, in preparation for this event, I'm going to plug you into my app, or I'm going to send you some information on it, a tool, right? A video, a website, link, whatever, so you can know what this event is about. Once they get that tool, they already know what the event's going to be. They can get on the phone or show up at the meeting or whatever, but at least they now have an idea of what it is they're getting into. Don't mislead them and tell them that you're just taking them to dinner when you're really sharing your business opportunity. Don't do that, because then you lose all credibility. Okay, let them know it is a business opportunity, but the reason why I'm telling you this is for XYZ reasons. Okay, and now one of the other things that I want to add is when you're promoting these events, right? Make it exciting. Okay, it is a business opportunity, but you're excited about it. You are excited about this business you're in. Okay, I'm a very businessy person. So is Lance. I'm just going to tell you. Okay, we tend sometimes to be a little bit too businessy. We're very to the book, right? Like that, Sometimes we got to fall back and look at ourselves like, remember why we're so excited about this. When you've been doing this for a long period of time, or you get into the groove of things, sometimes your excitement doesn't outright show. So when you're talking to people and you're like, yeah, I got this business, if you just sound like, yeah, I'm doing this thing, it's like, dang, it's like you're going to work. I don't want to go to no business meeting with you. Remember why you're excited. Okay, I'm excited about this thing because I know what I have. Okay, this opportunity has changed my life. Okay, this thing that I'm holding right now, this business opportunity has changed my life in multiple ways in one. And I really want you to know about it. Like, this is something that you need to know about. I can't tell you anything about it right now because I'm busy. I'm heading to a meeting right now, but I'm letting you know I got a meeting tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. at XYZ location, or I got a phone call that's only 5 to 10 minutes. And I know you're busy. All you got to do, just dial the number, dial the access code, and just listen. But I'm telling you right now, you need to know about what we got, because this is really going to help you in your situation. For whatever reason that they told you that they're going through, or whatever it is, you need to show that. And I am not a very emotional person, but when it comes to this, I need to convey that to them, because they're like, wait a minute, Tanaya's not normally that excited about anything, but she's excited about this. Man, I'm really busy, but you know what? I got 10 minutes. I'm going to get on the phone, because she's like really, really, really excited, and I want to know what it is that she's talking about. That's how you get people interested in your opportunity, and it has to be natural. Sometimes you need to go back before you share the invite, right? And remember why you're doing this. Once you remember your why, then you go share with people. Okay? You want to add anything to that?
Not too much to add to that.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, it's all about being professional, right?
No, wait a minute. I do have something to add
Oh,
to that.
all right.
We are passionate. You all know Tanaya and I. You all know that we're very passionate. We may be very quiet and reserved, but once we know something, and once we grasp something, we become very passionate and very serious about it. And I have my little quirks about me too. I get too serious, and about things. But you do want to make it exciting for them. You do want to make it interesting for them, but you do want to keep it. You do want to keep it about them and respect their time, so that they can be interested to come to the event, the launch call, or whatever it is. I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, because at the end of the day, whoever you're talking to, if it's somebody that knows you, like I said, they know you. They know when you're being real, they know when you're being fake, and they know when something has changed in their life. Like I said, I'm a very businessy person, but when I do get excited about things, they can tell when I'm being genuine. I'm not going to be fake anyway. But if I'm like sitting here like reading from a script like, hey, I want you to come to this thing, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 it's like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. But if it's Tanaya who's normally like this, and she's like, oh my God, I have this thing that you need to know about, then it's like, wait a minute. Okay, let me know about this. Like, what do I got to do? What's the number? Where do I dial in? What time? Because it's like, wait a minute, something's changed in her. Something got her excited, and I want to know. I want to be a part of that. If that makes her so happy, and she's doing a lot better, and I've been watching her, and I've seen her on social media promoting the event, being happy, being excited all the time, consistency. They see me doing the business, right? Because I'm consistent and I'm really doing my business, right? Right? Okay. They see that. Now it's like, okay, I'm going to show up to one of these meetings because she's changed for the better. And she has something that I think is going to help me. Okay. And once again, it's all about them. How is this going to answer the questions that they have in their life? How is this going to resolve their concerns? This event is designed to give them the answers to those questions. And also, remember, there's different ways you can do it. Different types of events. You know, you can, if you're doing a home meeting, make it something that your group of people wants to come to. If you're good at hosting networking parties at nighttime, you know, with a little drinks here and there, or, you know, a little bit of music or something, you know, but like it's still professional, but it's more like relaxed, you know, then maybe do it like that. If you're used to hosting meetings where you're chilling in the living room and everybody's sitting around talking in sweatpants and they're used to that with you, you know, make it like that. If you're one of those people that rather do something like at a restaurant, you know, not in your house, and you're used to linking up with your friends at a restaurant and just sitting down and talking, and they're familiar with that, do it there. You know, there's different ways to do your home meetings, okay? I call them business opportunity gatherings. I still let you know it's a business opportunity gathering, okay? But it's very, very, very non-invasive. Show up, be yourself. You don't got to dress to the nines unless you want to, you know, but just come and get the information and be comfortable, be relaxed, no pressure, and just make it about them. Okay. Is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. You know, this is part of leadership too, because you're going to lead by example, doing it your own way. Your invite's going to be your own. That's one of the best things about this business. The beauty about this business is you get to be yourself. You get to do it your own way. And you get to share this with people and get them interested in your own way. Just like, you know, we've got a meeting coming up. We've got a business opportunity meeting we're going to be doing, thinking about doing at the beach or whatever it is that we're going to be doing later. We're doing it in our own way. Tanaya has her own style of wanting to do this to get people together in a relaxed atmosphere where it's comfortable, where they get to have fun at the same time. So keep that in mind. You're the leader of your own business. You want to lead by your own example. And you want to do it your own way. That's part of the fun of this, is getting them to see you who you really are, that you care about them. You caring about them, and you're going to share it in your own way.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we are the CEOs of our own business, and people, when they join your business, they're joining you. And if you make it too complicated, and they're like, man, I got to do this elaborate meeting every week with, you know, a caterer, and, you know, I got to spend all this money, and I got to dress up in an evening gown, and I got to, you know, do all this stuff. I can't duplicate that. Now, I will tell you this. There's certain things that I do because I'm a professional, but if I do it, I make sure my team can do it too. I make flyers for my events. If you're not familiar with Photoshop, that's fine. You go and make a flyer to pick collage, or just take a picture off of Google and put it on, make that the picture of your Facebook event. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be as elaborate or fancy as some of these people, but, you know, you do want to show a level of professionalism also. So find something in the middle that speaks to you, okay, and something that your team can duplicate, but don't overcomplicate it, because at the end of the day, the same message is going to be put out whether it's on the beach, in your house, in a restaurant, at this beautiful studio. It doesn't matter. It's your business opportunity, but we are making it true to us, okay? So they know Lance is going to wear a suit to Walmart. Lance is going to wear a suit everywhere. So when he does his meeting, he's probably going to be in a suit. He's actually pretty casual right now. When they see me, they know I'm somewhere in between, you know? But when they see some of my other friends, they do meetings in sweats, you know? Make it about what the prospect is willing to come to, like I said. So that's just some event planning tips that we have for you. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you have enough on your calendar for your team to invite their prospects to. If you are a leader in this company and you have a team, make sure you have events on the calendar that they can invite their prospects to. Make them host events that they can invite their prospects to, and you present for them, okay? That's your job as a leader in the company. If you got new business partners, you need to be presenting for them. If you're a leader in this company, you need to present for your prospects so that for your team, so their prospects get the information. Collaborate with your other business partners that are doing things, get them involved, and make it fun. And at the end of the day, make it about the prospect. So this is your girl, Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette. This is Lance Stevens, Hakatre Health and Fitness. And this is the Team DSF Weekly Business Training. Peace.